Okay, so this is probably episode 5 or 6 of the Losecast, but actually, we won today, so not necessarily a loss, but this series of videos I took beforehand were usually in the wake of defeats against crosstown rival, and against this specific crosstown rival because it's kind of a long drive home afterwards. But we won tonight in 4, and actually we beat them the first time at home in 5, and it's the first time I beat this team home and away in a season, and it was super fun. And I've been feeling a little burnt out this year, and been telling people all the years of girls and boys volleyball and club and sand, and they're all just kind of running together. And lo and behold, everything was, I think I was kind of looking at the clock at practice yesterday, kind of kept looking at it, wondering when it was going to be over. And I know because I'm spread thin and I don't, see my kids as much when it's volleyball season because I have practice, and I'm feeling the strain of that, but just the over and over quickness of the day of waking, running, work, showering, working, practice, trying to find some time with the kids and the wife. And so, and it's just all so much. And then you add into it, you are, being super, fiery and hot and loud and aggressive as a coach, and you're screaming yourself hoarse and you're begging for every call maybe. And I was thinking about how that maybe has a reflection on my players, or how is that helping them, or is it helping them, or how are they best helped in a match? And I had to remember also that I'm not going to be playing any of the plays, and that I think what got me thinking about this was because it was our senior night a couple days ago, and they lost, and we lost in 4 to our other crosstown rival, and that team we lost both. So we've beaten one crosstown rival 2 times, and we lost to one crosstown rival 2 times. And so I think I was senior night, and that was the last time they were going to play them at home, and maybe they were disappointed, and maybe I was yelling things from the sideline that maybe weren't helping them. And at the end of the day, like, it's their experience and their time on the court to enjoy and to have fun, and I just happen to be the guy that coordinates the games and tells everybody when to show up, and buys the uniforms and figures out a way to pay for the uniforms, and amongst other things. But occasionally I teach them stuff and help them and facilitate practice and facilitate them getting better, and and basically coordinating this activity at our school. And it's okay to take it seriously, but also at the end of the day, it's going to be them that have to execute and have to enjoy. And so if I am a positive light in that scenario, and I put them at ease and help them be relaxed on the court, they'll probably have a better time. And if they're having a good time, maybe they'll execute more, and they'll relax and play more. I was going to say more better, but or do they play better when an adult is like constantly talking to them and I think sometimes maybe my own like nervous energy, not nervous because it's like a huge deal to like win or lose, but obviously like I would like to be successful in every match we step into. And I think for the first time, and I've kind of been, I think as I've been getting older and I don't quite have the fiery energy I once had as a 25-year-old, is okay. It's also okay to just be calm and enjoy, because it was super fun to watch, dude. And I think that's what I love about coaching is I have the best seat in the house. I get to stand right next to the court or sit if I choose, but I'm a stander really. But yeah, I mean, I even barely called any timeouts tonight too. I want to say the one set we did lose was probably the set where I probably called the most timeouts, but I didn't even call it a timeout in the fourth set where we clinched it. We were down 6-2. Then we battled it back to like 8-6 or 6-7. Then it was 8-6 them. Then we tied it at 8. Then we went up 10-8, and then he took a timeout at 10-8. We got up to like 21-18, and then we let it fall all the way to 21-all, and then I didn't call a time. I for the first time, I've asked before, but I really talked to the players, the captains on the court, and asked them if they wanted the timeout. They shook it off, and it's cool that they don't want it, and it's the momentum. They don't want to break in the momentum. And I think they want to feel like they're in control. And I don't think I've let my players have as much control as maybe I should have over the years. But definitely learned a lot from today's match. And that, again, this part I knew before, but it's not about me. It's about them and letting them have their spotlight. And I mean, none of them were terrible sports today either. It was so positive together, and there's a couple instances where maybe someone went under the net and kind of almost landed on somebody, and my guys were checking on the other guy too, making sure they were okay. And it was just a wild night, and it was so fun too. Makes me think like you just don't have to get that worked up all the time. They can handle it, you know. I don't think it makes them feel any better if someone's yelling at them, in addition to maybe not playing super great. But I kind of thought we wouldn't win this one. I want to say I was maybe 50-50, maybe 45-55. I don't know. And we had a super light practice yesterday where we definitely drug our feet, and we didn't have a cohesive end to the practice. We didn't all match together or like come together and have this big emotional like let's go do it, like, and we just kind of filtered in today and got there. But they just, from the first moment, they looked comfortable, and we made a few adjustments. We decided to set the ball higher and tell the Pins to wait a little bit longer, jump up and go get it. Not that our guy didn't get blocked like a half a dozen times, but he also got like 24 kills also, and that was his career high for sure. And yeah, I don't know, I just surrendered to like being afraid of losing. Like we went up won the first, lost the second, won the third, and then we were up. I think we even got gypped on a point too towards the end, but I didn't even have the energy to try and argue that one either. I just let it play and was tied at 21, and I didn't take a timeout, and we got the 22nd point and we got the 23rd point, and they called a timeout, and they got the 22nd point, and then we got the 24th point, and then we served, and we got the match with the block. We blocked the ball back, and it went off some kid and out of bounds, and our smallest blocker got him, our senior captain, and what a match for the four seniors. They played okay on Tuesday, but tonight they really shined also, and it was a pretty incredible time. So yeah, this episode of Losecast, not a loss but a win, and I just relearned that you gotta let the players play. You gotta let them play. You keep your comments to a minimum, and you support them, and you keep supporting them, and you ask them if they need a break, aka a timeout. And then, if there is a situation that you feel you need to, you can always, but man, I really backed off tonight. I subbed in a serving sub twice, and one guy off the bench in our losing set, just to see if that would slow him down, and we actually ended and won the point, and shoot, they did it. It was some of the best volleyball these kids have played all season against one of the best teams, the better teams they've played all season, and they won. And it feels like a good victory at the right time, definitely. And you gotta let the players play and let them instill confidence in themselves. That's what I think.